So you notice it would start, kind of start, stumble, and stop. Well, if I let the car sit for a week, it'd take me 10 minutes to get this engine started. So obviously we're losing fuel pressure or we're getting air into the pump. So we're going to start by taking a look at the check valves. All the hoses are good. There's no loose hose clamps. There's no fuel leaks. But we've got to solve this problem, because if I let the car sit for a couple weeks, it is very difficult to get started. I'm kind of crossing my fingers here. You know, I got that check valve back in and tightened down. Make sure when you do this that there are no loose fittings, no loose hose clamps anywhere on that whole fuel system around the fuel injection pump. Now, it's been a good 24 hours, a little bit more than 24 hours, because I wanted to give this a good test. Okay, we're going to glow it up here, and let's see what happens. All right, here we go. Oh, listen to that. Started right up and idled without any hesitation at all. That's the kind of repairs I like, successful repairs. Now, before I wrap up this video, there's a couple things I learned, and that you really need a special brass tool to kind of polish the seat in there where the ball bearing seat. So that's real important. So I'm going to work up a kit with a seat cleaner and a brush and a couple other things. And if I'm able, I will even try to resource new ball bearings. So if you've got a problem with a corroded, pitted, or marked up ball bearing, you'll be able to replace that as well. So be sure and check out my website to see which kit I was able to come up with. Why don't we see how this diesel engine starts? This is a 1979 300 SD 5-cylinder turbo diesel engine. It's been sitting for 2 days. It's not particularly cold outside today. It's about 60 degrees. But I'm going to go ahead and go out and start it. I will not touch the throttle pedal. I got that part replaced on the injection pump last night. We drove the car out and parked it here. Now it's the next morning. It's not real cold. I'd say it's about 55 degrees. But I'm going to try starting it again now. And once again, I'm not going to touch the throttle pedal. You know, that's really the test. If you have to give it a little gas, then it kind of fouls up whether or not we really solve the problem. So I'm just going to reach in there, glow the engine, and let's see what happens. Okay, it started right up. We're getting a little bit of mist there, but it didn't quit. But once again, here's a really good example of something real simple. Something real simple that you can fix that can solve a really frustrating problem on these old diesels.